Thank you, Mrs. Huerta. If I can ask those who are here for the 9/11 Day of Service Remembrance to please come up. Come right beside me, Chief. Look at these great men. Mhm. Is Mr. Carlos Torres here today, or any of our firefighters? Chief Rocha, if you can come up here, Chief Rocha, our fire chief. If you can come also beside me, please, Chief. Friday, September 11th, 2015, it marks the 14th anniversary of the terrorist attack on the World Trade Centers in New York City and the Pentagon near our nation's capital. Over 3,000 Americans perished in those buildings, and on the airplanes the terrorists used, they used them as their weapons. On the brave public safety officers who responded and lost their lives, 343 were firefighters, 72 police officers, and one police dog named Sirius. Many more Americans were and remain grief-stricken at the loss and injury that were inflicted on them and their loved ones as a result of this cowardice acts towards our great nation. In 2009, Congress designated September 11th as National Day of Service and Remembrance. The Corporation for National and Community Services, CNCS, which our local Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, RSVP, and Senior Companion Program are supported by, supports, and embraces this effort across the country. Each of us commemorates this tragedy as a day of remembrance of others for their sacrifice, that we may also commit ourselves both in religious worship and through projects of civic action intended to honor the victims of 9/11 by making lasting improvements in our city. The City Council of the City of Corpus Christi and our leadership with Mr. Olson and our staff team, we take pleasure in citizen participation and action that is directed toward the betterment of our city. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as your mayor of the City of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim September the 11th, 2015 as 9/11 Day of Service and Remembrance in Corpus Christi, Texas, Nueces County. And I encourage all of our citizens to use this time to remember our victims of 9/11, 2001, to also remember our resilience, to dedicate our efforts in our city for the betterment, for the improvement and the beautification of Corpus Christi in honor of their memory. And God bless you all for your service.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. City Manager, Mr. Olson, thank you. In addition to this, not just remembering those who have given their lives for the betterment of others, I would like us to keep in mind those who go out every day and continue to do exactly that. I had the honor of attending Officer Goldforth's funeral Friday in Houston, where 11,000 officers and many thousand citizens showed up to participate in that service, and they all had great respect and reverence for his sacrifice. And I think it's important that we keep those things close to heart. We keep our public safety people, firemen, officers, close in our hearts and in our prayers. And we love them, we respect them, and I thank God for them.
Thank you. Keep up the great work, and you are in our prayers every day. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Love our foundation members here. For all your volunteer work. I do want to take a point of privilege just really quick. The foundation, thank you all for all your work. Appreciate that. All of you are truly every day we wake up and we have a peace of mind knowing that you're protecting our city. But there's somebody who works so hard And he's a volunteer. And I have to recognize him because when there's some really very difficult times in our city and it takes a lot of work, you're doing the work of 5 people. Can you all please also acknowledge Mr. Tom Brown, our volunteer? Thank you. Those that are here with International Literacy Day, if I can ask you to please come up. What a great group of people. Hang in there. Hi, Mary. Okay, thank you. September 8th, 2015 has been designated as International Literacy Day, and September 2015 has been designated as National Literacy Month by the President of the United States and educational leaders in this country who have called upon all Americans to meet our literacy problems head on, giving freely of their time and assistance whenever possible, and we thank you for that. More than 50,000 adults in Corpus Christi do not have a high school diploma or a GED, and that more than 17% read below the 5th grade level. This problem is of vital concern to professional, educational, civic, religious, and frankly, cities for economic development across our nation and certainly to volunteer groups in our community. The Corpus Christi Literacy Council, which was formed in 1986, continues to initiate and coordinate literacy efforts within our community and to provide needed help to interested citizens. The Literacy Council has served more than 7,000 adult students in Corpus Christi through their one-on-one volunteer tutor program and classroom instruction. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as your mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim September the 8th, 2015 as International Literacy Day and September 2015 as International Literacy Month in Corpus Christi, Texas, and I encourage all the citizens to recognize those who give tirelessly to this effort in improving our literacy, but also to recognize that the need for literacy in our city is of great social and economic importance. Thank you so much for your commitment.
I'm Mary Gleason. I'm the director of the Literacy Council here in Corpus Christi, but we have with us 3 of our board members, our staff, some of our teachers, and then we also have a representative from San Patricio Literacy Council, which we cooperate with a whole lot, and a representative from our city libraries, because that's also a very big, important part of what we do.
Thank you. Keep up the wonderful work. We need you. Let's go right here and take a quick picture. That's okay. Scoot on down. Not that we want her to move too much, but can you move down just a little bit? Yep. Back and watch your foot. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Very, very much. Thank you, sweet girl. Thank you. Appreciate all your help. Thank you for your work, and God bless you. You doing okay? Thank you. Thank you for the hug. Thank you for the hug. We love San Patricio
Oh,
County.
yes, of course. We love it.
And make sure you give a wonderful judge and our mayor out there a love. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
sweetheart.
you.
Appreciate it very much. Hook 'em horns. I love that.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. With those here for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month and Childhood Cancer Awareness Day, could you please come forward? Commissioner Ganales and Miss Wynn. Megan, we are so happy to see you here. Year after year, pediatric cancer interrupts the childhood and seriously limits the potential of thousands of our youth. It's estimated that over 40,000 young people under the age of 20 will undergo cancer treatment this year, and cancer remains the leading cause of disease-related death for our children. Many childhood cancers are considered curable, but funded research is crucial to saving lives and keeping children healthy in the future. Brooks Blossoming Hope for Childhood Cancer Foundation, along with the Ready or Not Foundation and other pediatric cancer organizations, strive to promote childhood cancer awareness and create a level of empowerment within communities to bring forth changes for the future of children fighting, surviving, and those yet to be diagnosed with pediatric cancers. This month, in honor of these young patients, their loved ones, and all who support them, we rededicate ourselves to combating this devastation. Each September, we come together to remember all the children whose lives were cut short by cancer. We recognize loved ones who know the pain it causes. And we support every child battling cancer and their families each day. We join together with loved ones and community advocates, along with researchers and healthcare providers, to build a tomorrow where all of our children are able to pursue their full measure of happiness without the burden of cancer. I encourage all of the citizens of Corpus Christi and the surrounding coastal bend communities to join me in our commitment to fighting childhood cancer and to show families who have been affected by this disease that their struggle, it does matter to each and every one of us. Whether you wear a gold ribbon, raise money, or make a donation, or say a prayer towards research for a cure, everyone is an integral part of the solution to this disease that steals our little ones away far too soon. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as your mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby humbly proclaim September 2015 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and September 1st, 2015 as Childhood Cancer Awareness Day in Corpus Christi, Texas. Thank you all.
Thank you. Well, I'm Barbara Canales, and I'm the president of the Ready or Not Foundation, and I represent so many mothers and fathers whose lives were interrupted, as mine was over 9 years ago. Today in this country, 48 children will be diagnosed just today with pediatric cancer. And very sadly, although we've made a lot of strides, 1 in every 5 will die from pediatric cancer. And for moms like me, that's just not good enough. So we appreciate the campaign that is going on nationally and internationally, declaring September as Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and most importantly, recognize that the color gold, the one commodity on our earth that is valued just as high as our children, is our symbol and our color. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to find one way in your home, in your business, on your bow tie, to go gold for the month of September. And if you feel so inclined, hashtag it. Use the hashtag in Instagram to Ready, Set, Gold. And together we can change the way people become aware that at the end of this week, there'll be an entire schoolroom of chairs that symbolize the lives that were taken. So even when you're a survivor, like my daughter Jackie is, twice a week we still go to Driscoll. Twice a week someone says, "You're still here?" So we need better treatments, not just the cure. We'll take the better treatments because the late-term effects tell us that our incidences of secondary cancers are all too high. So we thank you, Mayor. We thank you, City Council. We thank you for the lighting engineers who turned our Harbor Bridge gold, who turned the water gardens gold, who lit up the Hooks Field gold. And although many other of our organizations, including Triumph Over Kids Cancer and Brooks Blossoms organization, Jessica Hester, who runs that foundation, could not be here, they all want you to know that together we are collaborating to make Corpus Christi the first Golden City Mayor.
Hi, I'm Megan Wynn. I'm going to try my best to get through this. This is very special to me because Brooke was a very close friend of mine, and she lost her battle a few months ago, her earthly battle, but she won the war. And I want to encourage everybody, if they have a friend or a loved one, you just never know who is going to be affected by childhood cancer. Do not turn a blind eye when you see a child suffering. I used to be that person who it hurt my heart to think of a child that had cancer. I did not want to think about a kid suffering. But I met Brooke, and there was no way I could not help. I could not do more. And I will continue to do more for all children fighting this horrible disease until we are able to find a cure. And I just want to encourage all of you to do whatever you can, volunteer, just spread the word. Like she was saying, just wear gold on your tie, do whatever you can to just raise awareness, and let's work together to make a difference. I hope that next year we can make even more strides in our community and work together to make a difference. I'm so sorry. It's a very emotional thing for me because if anyone met this little girl, you would see why. I mean, she was just an angel walking around on this earth. But thank you all very much for working with us, all of you guys. It really means the world to Brooke's mother as well, and she's very sad that she could not be here today. And I serve on the committee for the Brooks Blossoms, so
Thank you.
thank you.
You did good. Thank you, Barbara.